Happy holidays, you guys, and welcome to Blending with Henry. Hey you guys, how you doing? My name is Henry. You guys requested it and I am delivering. It's a showdown between the all-new Nutri Ninja Auto IQ Blender against the Vitamix S30 Personal Blender. Now you guys may have seen the Ninja in many of its believable infomercials, but nothing grasps the authenticity of a product like using it right in your own kitchen. So let's take a look at the Nutri Ninja. Where did Ninja get that name from, Nutra? I can't think. But if it was a bullet, it probably would have hit me. Okay? So if you guys are ready to take a look at this showdown, come along with me and let's get started. This video was inspired by the truth in advertising and infomercials. Now the Nutri Ninja Auto IQ Blender comes with more in the box, but the Vitamix S30 costs double? Well, let's take a look at both of these bad boys. With the Vitamix, I get one 20-ounce single-serve cup, one 40-ounce standard blending container, one set of blades, and a variable speed control knob. With the Nutri Ninja Auto IQ Blender, I get two single-serve cups, one 24-ounce, one 32-ounce, plus one 72-ounce standard blending jar, two sets of blades, a fancy push-button control panel with digital display. Wait! So you mean I can spend $200 on the Nutri Ninja that comes with more stuff in the box and does the same thing as the Vitamix S30 that costs double the price? Well, goodbye Vitamix. Okay, actually not really, so let's take a look. The main attraction about these new machines is their single-serve blending cups. What's unique about the Vitamix cup that no other single-serve machine currently offers is it's double-wall insulated. This keeps your hot liquids hot and your smoothies cold for long periods of time. Now let me show you guys by pouring in this Kool-Aid, okay? Notice how the Kool-Aid is pouring into another cup inside the cup. Now the outer wall protects your hands from the temperatures of the liquid, while the inner wall protects the liquids from losing temperatures. The Ninja uses a cheap plain cup, which is not insulated. After a short time, you end up with the wet cup syndrome, as you can see here. On the left, the Ninja cup is too frosty to hold by hand, as opposed to the insulated Vitamix cup on the right. So let's check out the full-size containers. Now the Ninja has a 72-ounce container and the Vitamix has a 40-ounce container. Sometimes less is more, and I'm going to show you guys that in just a bit. But first, I will say that I like that the Ninja has easy to read black markings for measurements. And on the Vitamix, it has translucent markings molded into the plastic. Now this is more difficult to read, but since the Ninja's markings are printed on, they will begin to wear off after multiple washings. The Vitamix container has a vented gripper lid made of rubber. Now it fits firmly in place, but it's also easy to remove. The removable lid cap makes it easy to add ingredients during blending, and the vents allow steam to escape for hot soup. The Ninja pitcher has a plastic top that is very cumbersome and clunky to remove, requiring you to press the release button, lift up on the handle, and then pull up. Now snapping it back on is equally as cumbersome because you have to line up those arrows, and then you got to press down and lock the handle in place. Then you have this pour spout that seems cheaply built and unstable. Inside, Ninja is still using the same dangerous blades used in the Kitchen System 1500 model. Like their single-serve blades, they are filed down at the edges. They are insanely sharp, built on a cheap plastic cylindrical spindle, and by all means are not family-friendly. Now the blades have to be removed each time you use the machine for either cleaning or removing ingredients. Ninja is still using plastic gears in the drive socket. In the blade base, it uses rubber gears. Rubber mixed with plastic construction will show wear over a short period of time, leading you to buy a whole new machine because it's not covered under Ninja's warranty. On the Vitamix, the drive socket has metal gears. Their blade base also has metal gears and metal housing construction. Under normal use, it will last many years to come. Now, just another reason why Vitamix gives you a full 5-year warranty and Ninja gives you a limited 1-year warranty. The Vitamix warranty covers normal wear and tear and the Ninja warranty does not. Speaking of the blades, notice the Ninja blades on the right are of high polished stainless steel and the Vitamix blades have a matte finish. If you look closely, the Ninja's blades are filed down at the edges. Just like any kitchen knife that's been sharpened, it will lose cutting power over a short period of time. The Vitamix blades are hardened steel and precision cut and will last a long time. And despite what people think, you guys, the Vitamix blades are thick and not sharp. When dealing with blades on any blender, safety first, but I wasn't crazy about how the Ninja's blades stand up outside of their base. The Vitamix blades sit flush inside the base to protect the user. Now, because these blades have to be removed and attached each time you use them, the Ninja's blades present very high risk to the user of getting nicked or cut. And one more thing about the blade base. If you look underneath here, on the Ninja base you will see a gray ring. Yeah, look really close, okay? That's the gasket to protect liquids from leaking while blending. The gaskets need to be removed on a consistent basis since liquids get trapped inside, creating contaminants. Now the gasket on the Ninja is very difficult to remove, even with a butter knife. Now on the Vitamix, the rubber gasket easily slides off for cleaning and is very easy to reattach. One of the reasons why professional and inspiring chefs prefer a Vitamix is because of the legendary variable speed control and manual pulse. This gives chefs complete control. Vitamix machines are designed to be simplified, no-nonsense systems. Now, while beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you guys, the Vitamix S30 is very attractive in a high-gloss piano black finish. It is rounded around the back and has a teardrop style control knob with a rubber grip. Now the S30 is much smaller and perfect for taking on trips, using it in a camper, or for a college student in a dorm room. It will take up much less space than the Ninja in your kitchen. The Nutri Ninja Auto IQ blender uses 8 presets for smoothies, frozen desserts, puree, and multiple speeds as well as pulse. Now, this is not a touch screen. You press on the keypad and the Ninja will start and stop at the preset time. Okay, now just so you know, you guys, the Auto IQ quote unquote is nothing but an advertising gimmick to make you think this machine is performing magic. When you press a button, it alternately starts and stops trying to get the ingredients to hit the blades. It has absolutely no idea what you're blending, so unless you follow Ninja's recommended recipe verbatim, you're going to end up with uneven results most of the time. The Nutri Ninja uses a membrane keypad with preset switches for different actions. At first glance, you guys, I thought it looked pretty nice. Until I actually used it. It has an overwhelming mirror finish, so reflections and shadows make it impossible to see unless you're viewing at certain angles. And what's even worse are the light indicators. They overpower the words on the buttons, making the entire display difficult to see, rendering it nearly unusable. I mean, it would have been better had they just backlit the actual words on the buttons. Ninja, are you trying to get rid of customers? Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm ready to use my kitchen appliances, I tend to pull them out from underneath the cabinet, then put them back when I'm finished. With the Ninja, it's a hindrance due to its annoying suction cup feet. Check it out. The Nutri Ninja is also a lot larger. The audience that buys a single-serve machine tend to want to take them on trips in an RV or for use in the college dorm. Once you add the standard blending containers, you can see that the Nutri Ninja is much larger than the Vitamix S30 and is too big to be used in anything outside of a large kitchen. If any of you guys are familiar with Ninja's machines, you know their blending containers lock in place. On the Vitamix, I just drop the container in and I'm ready to go. But on the Ninja, you have to line it up, then turn it to lock it in place. Let me explain why a locking mechanism is a very bad idea. It's not uncommon for leakage to occur in a blender. It's either overflowing from the top or the bottom. The common reaction is to panic, looking for buttons or switches to stop the machine. In an emergency, with the Vitamix, I can just pop off the cup. But with the Ninja, you may find yourself struggling with it until you can unlock it and pull it off. Now, some might say just unplug it, but that's not generally your first reaction in a panic. Henry's lesson of the day: never attempt to unplug a wet or radical appliance. Well, duh! The Nutri Ninja, is advertised as a high-performance blender, yet it comes with a cheap power cord that is very thin and is generally used for a clock, radio, or a lamp. Now, most quality products in your kitchen have a heavy-duty power cord. On the Vitamix S30, it comes with a 3-prong power cord, which is very thick, will withstand the test of time in your kitchen, and is indicative of a true high-performance product. Something unique to the Vitamix S30, not currently found on any other single-serve machine, is a drainage hole in case of a leak. Now, don't try this with your Ninja, but it's a simple feature that Ninja should have had. And lastly, the Ninja is made in China. Unfortunately, some electronics are made there to outsource and to use cheaper parts to save money. It can hurt the consumer thinking they are getting something great, but it ends up breaking down sooner than expected. The Vitamix S30 is made in the USA from a family-owned company. And something you may not know, you guys, many of the parts for the Vitamix are actually from the USA, and their machines are hand-built. Blackberry seeds are undoubtedly the hardest seeds to break down. In this test, I'm making a puree of blackberries in each machine. In the Vitamix single serve cup, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of frozen blackberries. I'm also adding 1 cup of cold water. Same with the Ninja, I'm adding 1 cup of frozen blackberries to a single serve cup. And 1 cup of cold water. Now both machines have equal amounts of ingredients and will be blending at their highest speed for the same amount of time. On the Vitamix S30, I'm going to ramp up to speed 10. On the Ninja, I'm going to press the puree button, which lasts for 35 seconds. This is the white plate test. I'm going to pour the puree from each machine onto the plates. Now I'm taking a spoon and spreading the pureed mixture to cover the plates. This will reveal any seeds that were not blended well. On the left, the Ninja's plate has lots of large seeds left over as opposed to the much smoother results from the Vitamix on the right. The most effective way to make ice cream is to use all frozen ingredients to achieve the firmest texture. In the Vitamix S30, I'm using 1.5 large bananas and 1.5 cups of almond milk ice cubes. I'm ramping the Vitamix to the highest speed and using the tamper to help process the ingredients. Ah, the perfect consistency, you guys, and it took only 50 seconds to make a delicious ice cream. I'm eating this. In the Ninja, I'm using 2 large bananas and 2 cups of almond milk ice cubes. The Ninja's blades sit higher, so I'm adding more ingredients for a proper blend. I'm using the frozen drink setting, which breaks down the ingredients by starting and stopping the machine multiple times. I have to say, you guys, this machine sounds a lot like a lawnmower. Well, unlike the Vitamix, it looks like the Ninja is incapable of making ice cream from all frozen ingredients. All I see is a clump of powder. I'm not eating that. Sunflower seed butter is the perfect alternative to peanut butter, you guys. So let's watch both machines attempt to make sunflower seed butter with no extra added oils. I'm putting in 2 cups of roasted and unsalted sunflower seeds. I'm ramping the Vitamix to the highest speed and using the tamper to help process the ingredients. Perfect. Oh man, I wish you guys were here to try this. Lucky me. In the Ninja, I'm putting in 2 cups of sunflower seeds, the same amount as the Vitamix S30. The Vitamix took 1 minute and 9 seconds to create the sunflower seed butter. I'm blending for the same amount of time on the Ninja. I'm starting out on low, then medium, then the highest speed. Unlike the Vitamix S30, it looks like the Nutri Ninja Auto IQ blender isn't capable of making nut and seed butters as they claim in their instruction book. No wonder they won't perform this test in their infomercials. Now, as usual, you have to remove those horrible blades, so just toss them to the side. The Vitamix S30 Personal Blender beat the Nutri Ninja Auto IQ blender in every test. And to be honest, you guys, because of the design quality of the Vitamix, it's not surprising. I mean, Ninja's advertising buzzwords try to prey on the uninformed consumer, such as total crushing, or advertising the power ratings such as 1300 watts. Just so you know, you guys, the Vitamix S30 Personal Blender is only 790 watts of power, yet the Ninja couldn't beat it breaking down the blackberry seeds. Now, one thing to know, you guys, high power ratings mean high power consumption. So high power on a cheap blender means you'll be paying more for it later. Now, if you're a demanding cook and you need more power than a Vitamix S30 offers, you can check out a full-size Vitamix. You can get one for around a $300 price range, give or take. Contact me for more details. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope the video helped you. Now, if you like this video, please press the like button, and please subscribe for future video updates. Now, you can purchase a Vitamix through me, save money, and get some special perks. Contact me for more details. I need your support. Supporting me means more future video content for you. Now, please remember to visit me at www.blendingwithhenry.com. Blending with Henry is also on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. And I will see you all next time.